When your plan calls for fillers, they can be found in the drag and drop menu here on the left-hand side. First, you choose your manufacturer, then you scroll down the list of categories, and you'll see that fillers has its very own category. You're not going to look for base fillers in the base category. Rather, you're going to go to fillers and then find base fillers within the fillers category. Now, in my existing plan, I have two spaces for fillers. I have a wall space here and I have a tall space to the right of the tall cabinet. When I place fillers, I almost exclusively place them in the elevation mode. So I will double click within the workspace of this wall to open up an elevation. And as I zoom in here, you'll see that I have a space here and space here. If I choose the wall filler first, I'll double click on wall fillers and then choose a standard wall filler again. I'll scroll down my list until I find a 36 or a 3 by 36 high. Let me find that in my list. There we go. It's right here. I'll drag this over, put the tip of the arrow in the open workspace there and drop it into place, and it will trim to fit. Matter of fact, if I zoom up, you'll see that it trimmed it to be 3/4 of an inch. Now on the right-hand side, I need a tall filler. So let's go back to categories. Let's go back to fillers, tall fillers. I'm going to use a standard filler. And in this case, I need a 90-inch tall by 6 inches, let's say. So 6 inch by 90 by 24. So I'm going to drag this over, drop it into place, and it trimmed to fit as well. And if I look at the bottom of my screen, I can see that it trimmed to 3 1/16 of an inch. Now I'm going to go ahead and delete this. So let's delete this elevation area. And let's go back to our floor plan for a second. Some people like to place their fillers in the floor plan area. I personally prefer to do it in elevation, and here's why. I could always drag my wall filler back in and drop it in that space and have it trim to fit. The issue I would have in a floor plan is if I try to drag this tall filler into this space, it wants to attach it to the right-hand wall and not the top wall. One way around that is to simply click on the utility 3090, and that gives you the ability to double click on the filler, and when you double click on it, it will fit in that space and trim automatically. But again, I prefer to place all fillers in elevation mode because it does not have any limitations at all when it comes to space.